So about a week or so ago, right before I bought the Miata, the battery in the Mustang dropped stone dead. I drove it to work, the car ran great, no problems, no indication the battery was about to drop off. Battery voltage was fine, and when I went out to drive home in the evening, the battery was stone dead. I didn't leave anything on, the headlights were off, I checked all that. The battery just went dead, and that happens sometimes. But today the same thing happened on Way Cool Jr. I literally got in the truck and drove to the store a little while ago, came home, parked it, and an hour later I'm heading back to the store for something else, and I turn the key and nothing happens. And it's a little behind on battery maintenance. I popped the caps off already and all the cells are full of water. It just needs a cleaning. The terminals are tight. You can't twist them sideways. Yeah, can't twist them sideways. I need to clean this off, and I'm going to take the terminals off and use my Harbor Freight battery tester here and see what it says. But more than likely this battery is just stone dead. And I'm not sure that recharging it will bring it back. But the battery, 1119, that's 5.5 years ago. So, and the battery lasted me 5 years. But honestly, I keep my batteries up, and I expect them to last longer than 5 years. 5-year battery life when you maintain your battery is kind of crappy. You know, I've got 3 cars in the fleet, 4 cars now with the Mustang not being sold yet, and you know that's almost a battery a year. That's a little silly. But anyways, how do you know when your battery's bad or when it's something else? When I come in here to the ignition, I turn the key on. You see I get a dim gauge. Let me turn I can't even turn the AC off because it's so low. Anyways, when I turn the key, it just dies. And you can see I don't have anything after that. If your gauges are nice and bright and everything lights up, the stereo comes on and works fine, and you turn the key and it doesn't start, that's not likely to be your battery. It's likely to be a switch problem or a relay or the starter solenoid, something like that. Or it could be a bad battery connection. If the battery's not tight enough, it'll carry enough current to light everything up, but as soon as you turn the key, it dies. This here, with it lighting up dimly, and then just fades out when you hit the key, that's the battery being dead. Now, if you have bad loose connections or corrosion in there, sometimes you can get all the lights to come on and everything, and the battery goes dead as soon as you hit that high current to the starter. Hello. Come on, get out of there. There you go. Go away. That's how you get rid of wasps. They don't like you waving at them. It makes them nervous. And they don't get aggressive if you just wave gently, not near them. Okay, so I'm going to take this battery terminal loose, clean it up, see what kind of voltage I get out on the thing here, and we'll go from there. If a moment ago you were screaming at me to wear my gloves, you were right. I was being an idiot. I was being in a hurry, wasn't even thinking about it. If you're working with this much corrosion on a battery, definitely wear your gloves. If you're working with the battery in general, you want to wear gloves. Got the battery post cleaned up. Let's get the battery tester here and see what it says. Now, as a rule of thumb, you know, hooking this up, you don't have to do positive first, negative second, but it's a good rule of thumb to stay in habit with this kind of thing. I can't do this on the phone at the same time. Stay in the habit of hooking up positive first and then your negative, even if you're not doing charging activities. Even the battery stone dead. It shows 12 volts, and it drops down to 10 when I put a load on. So the battery is still healthy. The problem was all that corrosion, which, you know, I was under the hood just a few months ago, and it did not look that bad. It looked like a regular battery. So I'm going to put the connections back on and see where we're at. And let that be listened to you too. A battery may not be your problem. If you don't have that corrosion cleaned up, that'll definitely cause it. This battery, you know, this is a $120 battery. If I can get it to go another couple of years, hey, that's what I expect. So let me get this hooked back up and see where we're at. So, quick tip here, I'm hooking the battery up. You can see I get it down as far as I can. If you can't get it all the way down, get you one of these tools. You slide that in the post, and you open up this piece here a little bit, this gap here, and it'll go all the way down. I got it all the way down now. grab my other hand here. Let's tighten it up. How tight do you get these? If you notice, I'm only going to, oh, crap. It's cracked right there. Maybe that's my problem, man. Well, let me go get another terminal. So I love these military style terminals. These are what we used on our equipment when I was in the Air Force. And, you know, you can just bolt everything to this bolt here, and they work great. These I ordered off Amazon, and apparently in China they're making these, and it's not exactly lead that these are made out of. I don't know what it is, but they just don't hold up. You can see that crack going all the way down to the bottom there. I expect this one may last a few years and do the same thing. I'm trying to find a good source for these, like the Air Force uses. I need I can look at work and find out the cage code, find out what the manufacturer is, and see if I can find the actual military ones for sale online somewhere. The made in China ones, you're taking a chance. So I expect this will last a couple other years and it'll crack. But I'm gonna get this on here now. All right, so let's try this again. How do you know when your battery terminal is tight? Well, if you watch, I'm not gonna tighten it down crazy tight. Oh, come on. I like having my battery terminals nice and parallel. It's starting to snug up. I can still turn it though. I can feel it really starting to pinch. Okay, I can't twist it with my hand. That's tight enough. Don't go tighter or it'll go like that. Now this one was not over tightened, it's weak metal. But I've worked on equipment before where people just, they tighten these down until they pinch these two tabs together. That's wrong. If you're doing that, you're a gorilla. You don't need to be working in the shop. They need to give you a hammer and some rocks and have you sitting out back pounding them all day. Do the job right. That's tight. It's not going to cause a problem. So, clear off all my tools here and give it a test fire. There we go, problem solved. Just a loose battery connection. Hope you learned something from that.